Welcome to Premier Surface Systems Training Series. The application of Premier Surface Systems concrete and asphalt repair is accomplished in 5 easy steps. We're going to detail each of these steps as we go in the demonstration, but here are the 5 steps. First step is to prepare the area that you're going to repair. Step number 2 is to mix the Premier concrete and asphalt resin with the exact amount of catalyst as indicated on the chart on the bucket. Number 3 is to apply a thin tack coat of this mixture over the entire repair area. Step number 4 is to add sand to the remaining mixture to create the slurry, and we'll then trowel that into the repair. Step number 5 is to broadcast sand over the entire repaired area. The repair in this training video is a crack in a patio slab, but regardless if it's a pothole, shallow sprawl, broken concrete, whether it's concrete or asphalt, all the steps and procedures shown applied to all repairs. These instructions are also detailed on the bucket label for your convenience. Step number 1 is to prepare the area to be repaired. With chipping tools, remove all loose material from within and around repair. Form an angle inwards toward the center, as we're doing here, to create more surface area, and that'll make sure we achieve a good, strong bond. To determine if any more of the concrete has to be removed from the repair, simply ping it with a hammer and listen for a solid or a hollow sound. Obviously, if you're getting a hollow sound, you're going to want to remove that amount of material also. The last thing is to make sure, and this is very important, that the area is dry and free of moisture. If any moisture is present, use some means to dry it out, such as a weed torch, even a leaf blower to continue to dry it. Finally, we're going to thoroughly clean the area of all loose debris using a broom and leaf blower or air compressor, whatever means you can use to make sure that all chips and loose debris are clear. Step number 2 is to mix the Premier concrete and asphalt repair resin with the catalyst. First thing we have to do is estimate the amount of material we're going to need to complete this job. On this particular job, on the crack in the patio, we're going to need about 3 to 4 pints of total repair material. So to do this, we're going to end up adding 3 times the amount of sand for most repairs that we're going to do, including this one. So to get to our goal of that 3 to 4 pints, we're going to need 1 pint of the resin and 3 pints of the sand. So that's going to give us the total that we're going to need that we're estimating for the repair. If anything, we suggest that you underestimate the amount of repair because you can always mix more and add to it. All right, now to do this, we're going to pour the pint of resin into the mixing bucket and then consult the mixing chart on the resin bucket to determine the exact amount of catalyst to add. On this repair, the ambient temperature is about 75 degrees. So looking at the chart, we see that we fall into the warm, which is 60 to 79 degree range on the chart. It shows that 7 cc's of catalyst is required. So we'll measure out 7 cc's and pour that into the mixing bucket. Now if you want to add some color pigment so that the repair will blend in a bit better with the surrounding concrete, it should be added at this time also. Once we have all that put together, we want to mix that, the resin, the catalyst, and the color if added, and thoroughly mix that in the mixing bucket. One thing to keep in mind is that we're not going to achieve an exact match because we're dealing with aged oxidized concrete. But actually it'll continue to blend in over time and will become less and less conspicuous as time goes on. Step number 3, apply a thin tack coat with this mixture using a disposable brush. Be sure to coat all the surfaces in the repair area. Step number 4, we're going to add the sand to the remaining mixture of our resin and catalyst to create the slurry, and then we're going to fill the repair and trowel flush. So as you can see, we're going to slowly blend in the sand. We want to make sure we get a good thorough mix here. about looking in the bucket, this is about the consistency we're looking for. When you pull out the paint stirrer, you'll see that it comes off the paint stirrer in kind of lumps, and that's what we're looking for in our typical mixture. Now that we have this thoroughly mixed, we're ready to trowel this mixture into the crack, into our repair. So as you can see, we're placing it into the crack, and with the trowel we want to kind of force it in there to make sure that we get the repair product down into the crack good. Then go ahead and smooth it out and bring it right to the surface. This product will not expand or contract, so you don't have to allow for anything. To finish, remove the excess material from around the outside, and we're done with step number 4. Step number 5 is to broadcast sand over the entire repair area. This will aid in the curing process and will also give us a non-slip surface when it's fully cured. If there are brush strokes in the existing concrete, we can try to blend this in better by allowing the repair product to partially cure. You can tell that by putting your finger on it. When it starts to get a little stiff, take a broom and gently make broom strokes over the repair area to match the existing concrete. After a bit, this is going to blend in a little bit better and make the repair less visible. Spray the cap of the resin bucket with cooking spray to ease removal next time you use the product. Our project is now complete, and here's our final cleanup using acetone to clean the trowels. 20 minutes has elapsed since we applied our repair product, and this is the end result. Thank you for watching Premier Surface Systems training series. If you have any questions or would like technical support, please contact us at techsupport@premiersurfacesystems.com.